Could you talk about your tweet? Are you going to leave the U.S. or are you staying here? I'm just asking. You just tweeted it out. Why are y'all so anxious for me to leave? I pay more than you. I won't say that part. Him too.
Everybody keeps saying I said I was leaving. I was doing a Jimmy Kimmel skit. I was portraying a Magic 8 Ball. You remember that? Did you see that?
I did see that. I'm just asking the question to clear it up. We'll clear it up.
You could have cleared it up by being a smart journalist yourself and saying, you know that was a Jimmy Kimmel skit, right?
Let's break this down for what it really is. Samuel L. Jackson made a joke on Jimmy Kimmel, a literal comedy skit, and the media treated it like a press conference. You'd think he declared exile or burned his passport on live TV, but nah, it was just late night humor, and somehow that was enough to start a full-blown online meltdown. Why? Because people these days are allergic to context, and Trump, oh, you already know he was watching with his gold-plated iPhone in hand, waiting for a reason to tweet in all caps. Here's the thing, Sam wasn't running, he was clowning, he wasn't leaving America, he was making fun of how quick people are to believe anything. And the fact that journalists didn't get the joke, that says more about them than it does about him. But here's what makes it legendary. Jackson didn't explain it politely. He didn't clarify. He fired back with the most Samuel L. Jackson energy possible. Why are y'all so anxious for me to leave? I pay more than you. Boom. End of story. He shut it down in a sentence and kept it moving. No apologies, no retraction. Just a clean burn and a mic drop. This right here is why people love Jackson, because while other celebs tiptoe around drama, he leans in, stares it down, and says, yeah, I said it. But little did he know, this wouldn't just spark headlines, it would reopen an old, ridiculous feud with Trump. And guess what? Trump wasn't about to let it go, because this isn't just about a skit. It's about golf, lies, and the kind of petty drama you usually only see on high school group chats or reality shows. Let's move to the next part. This is where it really starts to spiral.
About Donald Trump. You are in a feud with Donald Trump right now. Do you know this?
No, I don't.
Because it's very exciting.
Oh,
for
really?
me, because he doesn't like me either, and so anytime there's somebody new he doesn't like, I feel a fraternity, a brotherhood with him.
Yeah, and I had my assistant call and tell him I don't really belong to that club and I haven't been there in 3 years. And they go, well, you are a member and here's your member number. Okay, so we're having beef?
You're having beef because I guess you said in an interview that you were a better golfer than him, and then you told a story, is this true, that he signed you up for one of your golf clubs and didn't tell you?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get this straight. Donald Trump, former president, king of real estate branding, professional golf cheater, secretly signed Samuel L. Jackson up for a golf club and then acts like he's never met the guy? You can't make this up. This isn't some petty celebrity drama. This is bizarre. Imagine getting billed for a membership you didn't ask for at a place you haven't even been in 3 years. That's not just shady, that's stalker level weird. And what does Jackson do? Does he panic? Call a lawyer? Nah. He does what only he can do. He casually exposes it on live TV, calls it beef, and drops one of the funniest lines of the whole interview. They told me I was a member, and even gave me my member number. The way Trump operates sometimes feels like a weird loyalty card program where you don't even have to sign up, just be famous, and boom, he owns your name. But what really takes it over the edge? The fact that Jackson called them out for it, and Trump still had the audacity to say he doesn't know him. Come on, man. This isn't he met me once. It's he charged me money and denied it on Twitter. That's not just denial, that's gaslighting with a price tag. And let's be honest, this isn't about golf. This is about ego. Trump can't stand that someone like Jackson, outspoken, beloved, unfiltered, sees through the whole act. That's why this beef exists. Not because Jackson cares about golf, not even because of the bill, but because he said out loud what everyone else was thinking. I'm a better golfer because I don't cheat. And that one line, that triggered a meltdown that would only get more ridiculous. Because next up, Trump starts rewriting history and Jackson brings out the receipts. Let's roll it.
But somebody did send me something today that said Trump said he didn't know me.
He said he didn't know you. I actually have his tweet right here.
Tweet.
This is very exciting. He's with exposure. He thinks it's very careful to just barely be on TV at all.
Barely get yourself out there.
But is that true? You say you claim right here you have met him.
Yeah, I met him a lot.
You've played golf with him.
I played golf with him.
I don't know Samuel L. Jackson, to the best of my knowledge, haven't played golf with him, and think he does too many TV commercials. Boring, not a fan.
Not a bad thing.
So Trump says he doesn't know Samuel L. Jackson. Let that sink in. The man's been on red carpets, movie posters, golf courses, and somehow he's invisible to Trump. Yeah, and I'm sure he's never heard of Big Macs either. Look, this is textbook Trump damage control. Someone calls him out, and suddenly he's got amnesia. I don't know him. Never played golf with him. Too many TV commercials. Too many commercials coming from the guy who sold steaks, water, vodka, and a fake university. This is the same dude who built his brand by slapping his name on everything from ties to bottled water. And now he wants to critique Sam for being in ads. It's like a fire hydrant calling a faucet too wet. And this is where Jackson really shines. Because instead of yelling back or ranting online, he calmly walks through the facts. Yes, we've met. Yes, we've golfed. Yes, you know me. And oh, by the way, Bill Clinton was there too. At this point, Jackson isn't just roasting Trump, he's dragging out the receipts, itemized and color-coded, and the audience loving every second of it. The host is laughing so hard he's practically wheezing, and Jackson, calm, cool, collected. Because when you've got the truth on your side, you don't have to shout, you just let the facts do the frying. What's wild is that Trump keeps using the same playbook: deny, deflect, distract. But when the person you're lying about has been in more movies than you've sent tweets, it's not gonna end well. And you already know Jackson isn't done, because next up he name drops Bill Clinton again, and we find out how deep this rabbit hole really goes.
I have another person that can verify that he knows me. He called me one day. I was here in New York, and he was always calling him Samuel L. the Don. Who? The Don.
I got bad news for you. The one person that might not back you up right now in this story is Bill Clinton, because I don't know if he's going to want to say a story that he was golfing with Donald Trump either.
He didn't golf that day.
He didn't golf that day.
He did not golf that day.
So who did you end up golfing with?
With Mr. Clinton. Okay, so we're having beef?
You're having beef because I guess you said in an interview that you were a better golfer than him, and then you told the story, is this true, that he signed you up for one of your golf clubs and didn't tell you?
Yeah, and when I got there, it was President Clinton.
Really?
Who could also verify that Donald Trump knows me.
Wow. Here's the bummer.
And Don did show up, and he took Bill in and bought him a jacket and gave me.
At this point, Trump's I don't know him excuse has completely collapsed, because now Samuel L. Jackson drops the ultimate receipt. Bill Clinton was there. He literally played golf with a president and Trump. And now Trump's trying to act like he was just some extra on the green. But wait, it gets worse. Trump shows up, sees both of them, and what does he do? He gives Clinton a jacket and completely ignores Jackson. You can't make this up. This isn't just awkward. Well, it's petty at a presidential level. Imagine being so in your feelings, you bring a jacket for one guest, but ghost the other one standing right next to him. And you know what makes it even more ridiculous? This moment alone, this jacket stunt, proves Trump knew Jackson. How would you even pull that move if you didn't know who he was? If he was just some guy, why single him out? Jackson doesn't even have to explain it. He just tells the story. Matter of fact, no drama, and it burns deeper than any insult, because the truth is obvious. This wasn't forgetfulness. This wasn't confusion. This was Trump being salty and weirdly selective. And Jackson, he didn't blow up. He didn't post some angry rant. He just casually added it to the pile of proof and let the audience connect the dots. That's how you win, with receipts and silence. But what Jackson does next takes it to another level, because he stops talking about petty actions and starts talking about leadership, about what real power looks like. And spoiler alert, it's not rage tweeting from a golden toilet. Let's roll the final clip.
About a little kerfuffle that you and Donald Trump are in. I just wanted to know, are you surprised that this has become a thing in the press?
Is it a thing in the press?
Why do you think he's saying?
I don't know. I don't care. You know, come on. He has to say whatever he has to say. He has to say. You know, and it's one of those interesting things that he called me one day to play golf, not to play with him, but to play with a friend of his. No, it's not. Tell me it's not. I mean, really? I mean, out of all the things that need to be dealt with presidentially, he's worried about me saying that he cheats at golf? Or, that he doesn't really know me? Is that what the deal is?
And just like that, Samuel L. Jackson delivers the knockout punch. He looks straight into the camera, unfazed, and drops one of the realest lines ever said on television. Real leaders don't need to tell everyone how great they are. They show it. That wasn't just a jab. That was a full-on character assassination, and it was clean, classy, and absolutely devastating. And how does Trump respond? The same way he always does, by firing off a series of rage-fueled tweets, like a toddler with thumbs bombs and no filter. Only this time, he makes it even worse by spelling Samuel's name wrong more than once. Let's be honest. Trump's relationship with spelling is like his relationship with facts. Shaky at best, non-existent at worst. Samoa Jackson? Really, it's like watching a spelling bee with the power out. Meanwhile, Samuel's just chilling, probably sipping a drink, watching the internet explode with memes. Because this wasn't just a clapback, this was a global roast session. Memes, edits, clips. Twitter turned into a digital bonfire, and Trump was the marshmallow. One meme had Sam holding a dictionary instead of a gun, captioned, "English. Bleep, do you speak it?" Another put Trump in a spelling bee, looking utterly confused as the word genius popped up on screen. And here's the thing, Jackson didn't even have to try. He wasn't shouting, he wasn't ranting, he just told the truth with style, and the world felt it. Because when you put someone like Samuel L. Jackson next to someone like Donald Trump, the difference is undeniable. One's a legend, the other's a meme in a suit. Jackson came armed with wit, charm, and undeniable credibility. Trump brought himself. And once again, it didn't end well. So yeah, real leaders don't have to scream. They don't need a slogan. They don't have to lie about golf scores or pretend they've never seen Pulp Fiction. They just lead and let the results speak louder than the tweets ever could. And Jackson? He spoke volumes with nothing but calm fire and facts.